we get into today's video, what you should know. This was filmed on August the 12th. I am editing this on September the 8th. So it's been a hot minute. I had already edited half of this before my brain shut down. So since this happened, I've gone on hormone replacement therapy. A lot of other stuff has happened. We'll talk about that later in a different video. I do have some full face get ready with me's coming for you guys. I'm going to be doing a full face of Morphe, which I talk about in this, and a couple other brands. So those will be coming as we move along. I have filmed a couple Project Pan intros. Those will be coming as we move along. So I'm hoping to get back into things, especially now that my hormones, I've been on hormones now for 2 weeks, and I feel like I'm kind of regulated and ready to get back into the swing of things. So this is almost a month out of date. But a lot of the information I share in here, it has happened and is, I mean, you can't change history. I mean, I guess you could try to change history, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. So I apologize for its length, but I had a lot of stuff to tell you, and I hope that this is the beginning of my comeback era. So we'll see what happens. Hi everyone, it's Misty here. Long time no see. Hey, hi, hello. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna title this video, but we're basically gonna be doing a try-on haul. Your girl been shopping, and yeah, I've been shopping. I've purchased several orders from Ulta, which has resulted in all of these samples, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. I'm gonna do a separate haul of everything, so that'll be coming after I film this video so I can put some makeup on my face. I have, let's see, I'm going to be doing some skincare because I have a new set of eye mask I'm going to try. I picked up a new collagen. As for makeup, I basically have enough to do a full face of Morphe. However, this eyeshadow palette, this is the Cyberchrome, sucks. Like, let's not mince words. This sucks. I've tried to use this 4 different times, and these mattes are so flippin' patchy, and they don't go on true to color. And these are toppers, and you're supposed to be able to use them wet, but when you get them wet, they ball up. And so yeah, so maybe the other ones are better. I don't know. So what we have here, we have a ColourPop lip kit. We have a new, very, very sparkly highlighter from LA Girl. Look at this package. It's a little excessive, but it did come from Ulta, so thank goodness. I have the new NYX Wednesday, what's that called? Blush. I picked up the LA Girl Blue Pigment for the Morphe foundation. This is supposed to be neutral. This is not neutral, and clearly it's not all the way. Oops. I picked up this Pacifica Rosemary Mint Serum Scalp Love. I'm going to stay bald for a little bit, but it doesn't hurt to have something on the scalp. I've got an e.l.f. Flip Oil. I picked up a Bouncy Blush from Revolution. I've got the new liquid blush from NYX. I picked up a liquid blush from Essence. I picked up the About Face foundation. I got the Rapunzel highlighter. Oh, I got the new shimmer formula from ColourPop. Now, my latest order from Ulta was because of this. They had an REM set. So I got a bronzer, a blush, an eye cream, I think, face cream, and then a lip gloss. So we have that. And then from Morphe, foundation, concealer, which I actually already love. Got the setting spray. We've got a lip liner, lip gloss. We've got a powder. They're blush trios, bronzing drops, and then an eye pencil. And then I got the new dewy blushes from Revolution, which are literally just repackaged. And then a new eyebrow pen. So when I say I have enough to do a full face, we have enough to do the full face. The full face. But I'm really interested in this REM stuff because I have not tried anything from Ariana's brand. I've always wanted to, but it's, I mean, I'm just not willing to spend $30 on a blush when Revolution and ColourPop do a pretty good job with their blushes. So I think we're going to start with, what am I going to do for my eyeshadow? I honestly think I'm going to use a blush in my crease and use this highlighter on top. I think that'll be pretty. So let's put all this back. Oh, and I also picked up this, which is hella orange. It's like, dang it. I've been in the mood to find like a new foundation or a new skin tint. I tried the purple one from Misha and whoo, listen, not very many things will break me out. That broke me out, and it's mostly because it's so flippin' scented. It was awful. Okay, let's smell this. It smells like spa or something. That's probably enough to do my whole face. Anyway, oof. I've been having issues with scents for the last year. So that smells like skincare. Like the florally. Oh, does this not dropper? This dropper don't want to work either. Gonna go on my head because I asked the bald guy what does he do for his head, and he said whatever he uses on his face, he uses on his head. And last night I did some exfoliating with my Honeymoon Glow. Put that on my head too. I sure did. That actually feels pretty good. It's a little sticky, so we'll give it some time to dry down. I bought these from Tony Moly. I love a good under eye treatment. My under eyes are, as you can see, they're very dark, which is just thin skin. I'm 47, which is wild. I started a 50 by 50 list. I mean, I'm sure 25 of them I'll get done. The other 25 may have to go on a 60 by 60 list. Like, I have 3 online friends that I want to meet in person. Like, one of my very best friends is online and we haven't met in person. And then I have a couple that really supported me during surgery. And I think there's 30 pairs. Ooh, that's very goopy. Do I want to use them or do I just want to use this serum? Get a little spatula. Okay. These are hella goopy. Hella goopy. They feel good. But they are really goopy. I used to wear the Good Molecule ones while doing my eyeshadow, so that's kind of what we're going to do today. This is going to be a long one. Did I tell you that? This is part try-on haul, part life update, channel update, all of the thingity things. So feel free to skip ahead if you want to. Will I timestamp this? Probably not. Maybe YouTube will do it for us. That's always nice when they do that. Is it always correct? No. Do my eyebrows. Okay, so I picked up a new eyebrow pen from Amazon. This is the Lavon Hair Like Eyebrow Pen. This one is like $4 cheaper than the new one from L'Oreal, and it's double-sided. So you got the kind of forky prong one on this side, and then on the other side you have a single. I've used this 3 or 4 times now, and I actually really love it. I am going to start with I didn't put on any moisturizer. Am I going to regret that? I don't know. Misty wiping off her eyebrows. Also, Misty put shit all over her eyebrows. This is an AOA brow pen. As you can see, my brows are very, very light. So when I go out, I literally look like Uncle Fester, especially with my dark under eyes if I'm not gonna put on any makeup. So I just like to add a line, kind of like a guideline, so to speak. Are these the same colors? No. Is that okay? Yeah. So I'm basically going to do this for my eyebrows in the pen. I'm going to use this as eyeshadow along with that highlighter, and we're going to go from there. So I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of talky about the makeup. I'm going to be mostly talking about the update. So if you're new here to my channel, well, this is a new one, right? This is, you're like, who is this fat girl on my TV or on my computer or on my screen? So for this pen, you just kind of place it where you want it and you flick up. And it gives you little tiny hair strokes. Now I've been using the NYX Lift and Snatch brow pen. I like it. I've tried the one from Milani. I also like that one. My issue with the one from Milani is they don't have very many colors. And it's very pigmented, so you kind of need the right color for your brows. This one is a bit redder than I thought it was going to be, but since I'm basically bald, it doesn't really matter. Like, I could have purple eyebrows if I wanted. So anyway, if you're new to my channel, hey, hi, hello, thank you for clicking. No idea what my thumbnail is going to be. I suck at thumbnails. I hate making thumbnails. I'd rather do anything else in the world, but I also am not someone who can afford to pay someone for a thumbnail, so there you go. So I'm using the single side. No, I'm not. Misty. Lord. I'm going to clean these up with some concealer. Just want to get them on. Looks like I went too far in. But I mean, I don't want to look like I'm frowning, although I am kind of frowny. Okay, what was I saying? I'm bald. I'm bald purposely. I'm not bald from any kind of condition. I had a C2 to T2 fusion on May the 23rd. And because they were going to shave half of my head, I went ahead and shaved all of my head. My surgeon's like, you didn't have to shave all of it. I'm like, you're going to shave half of it, right? She's like, well, yeah. And I'm like, that would be the weirdest comb over ever. Or undercut. I was like, I'd just shave it. So I shaved it, and my hair has been an insecurity of mine now for over 20 years. I'm 47. I started losing my hair in my mid-20s. No one cared enough to look into it, if it was a hormone issue, whatever. So I used to have really thick, luxurious, curly hair. Would hold a curl beautifully. I could get curls for 4 or 5 days. Like, they were so good. And then in my mid-20s, all of that changed. I'm guessing it's about the time I had issues with polyps on my uterus and had to have a DNC. But anyway, so my hair has always been a sore spot for me, especially when people think they're helpful and they point out that I'm bald. No shit, Sherlock. And then people talk about wigs. The problem is I have a big head. It's like 7 5/8, I think, in circumference. So I can't just buy a wig off of like Amazon. I'd have to have one made, and those are really expensive. And I'm not quite there yet. So I went bald before this surgery, and I thought, you know what? I don't mind it. I think I have a nice shaped head. So fast forward, it started growing in, and it started growing in weird. Like, very, very weird. Like, the sides and the back were long. The right side would lie down. The left side did not want to lie down. It was like, this side was pokey. This side would lie down. The back would lie down. The top was very thin. I had hoped that when it came in, that it would be thicker on top, because that can happen. Sometimes you can have hair grow back and it'll be a little thicker. This was not any thicker. It still looked like it was coming in very, very thin. And it made me feel ugly. Like, I had to have this conversation with my therapist. I was like, listen, you don't understand. I was like, I haven't felt ugly in a very long time. Like, I've been confident in my appearance and who I am since I was, well, shit, probably mid-20s. The only thing, again, my hair and my gobbler, I hate that too. But, like, I don't let it affect my daily life, you know, and I don't know. I think it was just a bunch of things that kind of caused it. Maybe more than just that. But anyway, so I was just like, you know what? I'm going to shave it. I'm going to shave it. And instead of paying great clips to do it, I bought a razor. This one. If you're interested, I can leave a link. Just let me know. Looks like this. You just turn on and you rub it on your head. And it works great. I'm due for a shave. That's the only thing I didn't take into consideration, was just how much maintenance is involved in staying bald if you're not naturally bald. So yeah, it was a shock the first time the first time I did it, and I think a lot of that stress also came with the fact that I was about to have this huge major surgery. I mean, we're talking about the scar starts here and goes down past my shirt, and it was a very painful surgery. So I was not home for an entire month. I spent a week in the hospital, went to rehab for a day, spent 4 more days in the hospital, went to rehab until the 19th of June, then went back into the hospital, and then came home. So I've been home since June 21st. So I was gone almost an entire month from home. And I've been home ever since and have been doing PT/OT. I actually finished PT about 3 weeks ago, actually. And then I have 1 more week of OT. I have, sorry, I keep saying I have. I have the power. So when they did the surgery, they had to cut through a lot of muscle and a lot of nerves to get to my spine. And one of the issues that I'm having is with this left arm. This is as far as I can raise it. I can't feel anything in my left trapezius and fascia, scapula, all that area. There's no sensation whatsoever when you touch it. I can barely feel a touch, and it feels like when your foot goes to sleep, you know, that kind of heavy numbness. That's exactly what it feels like. I've had bits of nerve pain. Like the last couple of days, I've had the sharpest shooting pain going up into my head. I'm guessing those nerves are coming back online. And then where my bra strap hits on my side, I started having really bad pain there. And it feels like it's abraded. Like I've done something like to scratch it or whatever, and it's just the nerves growing back, literally. So it's been a good time. Oh, I should try the Elf lip oil. My lips are a little dry. So this is the Glow Reviver in, I don't know, it's in a glimmer finish. Candy, surely that's not candy corn. Candy coated. Candy coated. That's another thing. My blood sugar has been great. My A1C dropped from like 8.8 or 8.9 to 6.8. I am officially under 300 pounds. I haven't been this size since 5th or 6th grade, which was about 35 years ago, because I graduated in 1996. I mean, it's a lip oil. Is it supposed to be fancy? I like this one from LA Girl. They used to be $4. Who knows how much they are now. This was $8. It's like, excuse me, LA Girl. Who do you think you are? Who that? So anyway, what was I talking about? The hair. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to shave it off. I've left it shaved. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave it because at this point it's like I have so many other things to worry about, like the trauma from the surgery. If you want to know more about the ins and outs of what happened, I have an At Home with Misty channel. Oh, that's pretty. I have an At Home with Misty channel where I talk more in depth about the trauma related to the surgery. My therapist left where I was seeing her, but now I was able to re-find her through Psychology Today. If you're in Texas, I think that's a Texas site. So luckily I've been seeing her again. We went from bi-weekly to weekly because I told her, I said, I think I have more trauma due to this surgery than I had some of the issues from my childhood. And she was like, Misty. And I said, I know. I know. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. Like the hospital was the main point of issue. It's already hard to get good health care, period. Then you add being fat and a woman on top of it, and I was basically, my treatment was inhumane, it was demoralizing, it was awful. And so I have a lot of trauma from it. So anyway, if you want to know more, again, I talk more in depth about that stuff over on my At Home with Misty channel. So anyway, I have been emotionally shopping, hence all of this stuff from Rowlett. The good thing is like this one. Oh, I put it in a box. I bought a lotion and then I proceeded to buy 12 more of that lotion because it smells so good. It's like, my husband's like, where are you going to put all those? And I'm like, in the vanity, and I made them all fit. Are they all in the same place? No. So this as an eyeshadow is beautiful. This is blending so much better than that Morphe eyeshadow palette was blending. Let me tell you, that palette, Lord. Maybe if I bought the neutral one, no. And it's expensive. That was like $15. I was going to do this whole video about a full face of Morphe and have they redeemed themselves because they're no longer owned by the Morphe siblings. Forma went under, and that's how we know Jaclyn Hill didn't own Jaclyn Cosmetics. She was just licensing her name to Morphe for Jaclyn Cosmetics. So really, my OT and I were talking about this yesterday. Why did we get on this? I don't remember. She's like, do you remember we were talking about layering perfume because I picked up the new Mrs. Smith from Fleur. And I never tried anything from there. And I was like, I never heard of layering perfumes. But one of them needs to be layered. And it was like, oh, okay, that's a whole new world. It smells so good. Does it smell like apple? Yeah, a little bit. It smells weird when it comes out. And you're like, ooh, I don't think I'm going to like that. And then you get it on. You're like, oh, never mind. That's actually really pretty. So anyway, we were talking about Jaclyn. And I was like, oh, you mean the lion liar who lies? Rob, I don't remember saying it. And he's like, I can't believe your occupational therapist knew the lying liars who lie. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, that's what you called one person. And I was like, oh, did I? And he's like, yeah, you don't remember. I was like, no, I don't remember that. But also, how funny. So I think that's pretty well blended. I'm going to bring in the sparkly highlighter. So this is very sparkly. You can kind of see. Oh, Non-Scale Victory. I bought a cheap wedding set off of Amazon last year in a 7.5. My original ring size was a 10. So I've lost a lot of weight. That's what we were talking about. Like when I got home from the hospital, I'd lost a ton of weight. My blood sugar was down, but I wasn't eating at the hospital. So 10 out of 10 would not recommend how I lost the weight. But yeah, it feels so soft, but it is pretty sparkly. Is this going to work as an eyeshadow though, Misty? I don't know. Let's give it a go with some setting spray. So anyway, all of that happened. I've been home for a month, or no, yeah, a little over a month. OTPT, got the thing wrong with my arm, have the nerve pain, and I haven't, like, this is the first time I filmed a makeup video in, well, since the last time I updated you guys. It's the first time that I've really wanted to sit down and play with makeup. Which brings me to the topic of what's next for the channel. So I'm healing well, other than the stuff on the left-hand side. I bought a new TENS unit today because mine was dead. I'm doing OT. I still do my OT exercises. I do some of the PT stretches. I started doing chair exercises. The one I found is the Cupid Shuffle, and let me tell you, doing that twice is a workout. I bought a pedometer. I'm trying to hit at least 1,500 steps a day for now, and then I hope to bump that up. But allowing myself to be still and heal has been hard. No lie. Probably the hardest thing, the second hardest thing about the surgery. The pain was the first hardest thing. God dang, that was painful. But the having to kind of stop, pause, and allow myself to heal has been tough too. What do we think of that? I think it's gonna have to be for now. I don't feel like wiping it off and starting again. So anyway, as for the channel, as you guys know, if you've been here, you know I do mostly painting related content, and I hope to get back to that. I will probably join Throwback 30 at the end of the month. It started last month. It's a Fantastic Ladies collab project. And I've already been kind of picking products, picking prompts, etc. for that one. So I'll probably rejoin that. I am going to reboot my Strawberry Shortcake project. That project goes until March of 2016. I did that on purpose. So I am going to reboot that one and get restarted on that one. I will probably bring that back. I don't know if it'll be a Fantastic Ladies collab next time or if it'll just be a me collab, but we'll wait and see. And I don't, honestly, beyond that, I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna reboot That's Expensive just yet, or Color Pan. For Color Pan, the only one I'm trying to, I only have one item that I'm like actually I want gone this year. Will it happen? I'm not sure. And that's that blush stick that I've been working on since I started this project, I think in 2020. Yeah, because this is year 5. What do we think? I think once I clean it up a little bit and get on some eyeliner, it'll be fine. Okay, let's take these off. So can I use these to clean up the glitter? Will you clean up the glitter? Please and thank you. Kinda but not really. So that's kind of my goal. I do want to do some like makeup content maybe. I don't know. I think makeup is my hyperfixation right now. Bullet journaling is also a hyperfixation right now. I've been watching a lot of both. I haven't been buying a lot of makeup. Like I really want those cosmic brushes. I have a new mailing address. Why can't they just send me PR? If you didn't know, I have an address down below if you want to send me a card or whatever to say hello. I love that. That's so nice. What's this name? Misty, dang it. Oh, like I really want the new Cosmic Smolder palette. I still haven't gotten the other neutral palettes. I'd like to get those. I didn't get the Lovers palette. Like I am so far behind. you didn't know, I no longer shop with Inslee Rain. They're kind of sketch. Kind of sketch, and a lot of transphobic MAGA bullshit. So, which goes directly against my beliefs. At the end of the day, you believe what you want to, and I will believe what I want to, but this is not considered a difference of opinion. So yeah, like this whole rethinking gay marriage. Like, are we kidding? Are you kidding me? Can't this just be settled law? Seriously. Anywho, I think that eyeliner is leaking. I'm gonna tight line, I'll be right back. Is this the best eye look I've ever done? No, but for a highlighter and a blush, I think we did a damn good job. My face is still a little tacky, which is the opposite of what I actually enjoy, but we're gonna go with it. So I'm gonna start with concealer. This is the Morphe concealer. I can't, hold on, let me look to see what color it is. I've actually used this a couple of times, and I talk about loving it. I actually really like it. That's kind of what made me want to try Morphe, because I think I only had one thing from them in the past. Ivory 3N. And I think it was their foundation. I remember getting a palette in BoxyCharm. I think it was their orange palette, and I was like, no. I don't wear, like, orange is not a color that I typically, like brown oranges. If I'm gonna wear orange, it's gonna be like a coral, bright and vibrant. But this concealer, I think I blended it out with my hands the last time because it has more coverage than this. Plus I put on a little bit more, I'm pretty sure. But it's just so pretty. It gives a pretty finish. It lasts. Like, I didn't have any issues with it. I don't set my under eyes. They're already crepey as it is. I don't need to set it. Which means sometimes I don't wear lower lash mascara because it will transfer. I can use my finger because I think I liked it blended out better with my finger. But yeah, it's just so pretty. So that's kind of what got me on the whole, oh, okay, let me, because I think it was Angelica Niequist who used this concealer and talked about liking it. And I remember looking at her under eye and I was like, that's beautiful. Why do I have liquid eyeliner in my eye? What the heck? I mean, look at that. Isn't that so pretty? It's just so pretty. One thing that I've also been struggling with is like my dexterity in my hands. I just drop everything. Something's gonna drop, it's gonna drop. One of my main issues is that I can't be on anti-inflammatories, and I haven't been able to have an RA infusion. My RA infusion is scheduled for September the 4th, and that's when I will start anti-inflammatories. So hopefully, like, that will kind of help me get back into, you know, taking a little bit better care of myself. And because right now it's just, I'm stiff and in pain, and like, I tried to kind of temper, no. I tried to like decrease the amount of muscle relaxers I was taking in a day, and my body said, oh no, Beach, oh no. So this is the About Face foundation, and it's an L1 neutral. I've heard a lot of good things about this foundation too. Is it a doe foot? Oh, it's a doe foot. It's also a little yellow. Why are we calling yellow neutral? This is not neutral. Neutral means it's neither yellow nor pink. It's somewhere in the middle. I'm not going to add any blue to it yet though, because I haven't tried it. And supposedly that mixing pigment is just a pigment, but Let's see what it looks like on the skin before we go mess around. This is an e.l.f. sponge. Normally I would use one from Shop Miss A. So I lost a lot of my mobility in my neck. Like, that's as far as I can turn, that's as far as I can turn, that's as far as I can look up, that's as far as I can look down. So I don't think I will get any more than that back as I get better. It'll take up to a year for this to heal, and maybe even longer. So who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Wait, is it drying down? What? I hate using sticky primers, so I may hate how this looks under that collagen. Probably wasn't a good idea. But in the spirit of it being a try-on haul, I thought, why not? So let's add some more. How have you guys been doing? We finally got warm here in Texas. I think we've only had like 2 100-degree days, which is kind of weird since my friend Connie in Maine like hit 100 before we did, like a month before we did. So not gonna complain, but that did make our electric bill any less expensive. For us, like, why is it so much more expensive last year? And last year we had a lot of hot days. Okay. I think this is probably setting weird because of that collagen. So let's take all of this off and start again. I'm going to speed through this part. Going to take all of it off. Okay, let's try again. Let this dry. So I don't have a particular weight loss goal in mind. Right now I just want to work on building my stamina. As in, like, increasing my steps every week. Now that I've added chair exercises into it, kind of like chair cardio, I want to add, you know, a new video every week, because they're about 3 or 4 minutes long. You can get their app. It's Chair One Fitness. You can get their app. It's like $30 or like $200 a year or whatever. And I'm like, I just can't do that when I don't know if I'm going to be able to commit. Let me commit first. I really want to work on starting a routine, like a morning routine and an evening routine, just to kind of get a little bit of normalcy back. I think that's what I've really been missing, is just feeling like I'm kind of back to myself. I mean, it may never happen, and that will be okay. Let's try a brush. This is the e.l.f. Ooh, what's it called? I don't remember, but I really like it. I liked it so much about too. Yeah, it's not the best. It's definitely not neutral. I need to go work with these people and be like, okay, listen, neutral means the same, like the right amount, that it's not pink and it doesn't pull yellow. Like, it's supposed to be neutral, right in the middle. I didn't see what kind of coverage this was supposed to have, but so far well, this side is got more coverage than this side, so let's add some more. Look at that, look how yellow that is. I mean, first world problems, right? Like, I A friend of mine keeps sending me stuff, and I told her yesterday, I was like, listen, like, I'm trying to stay as informed as possible. She's like, I'm sorry, I forgot. I was like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. I'm not getting on to you. I'm just telling you that I can't. I can't. It's too... I mean, I have so many friends and family who are on the rainbow spectrum, whose lives are like literally hanging in the balance right now, and it is awful. And if you don't believe in marriage equality, then this is probably not the channel for you. I'm very vocal. Very, very vocal. One of my very core values is justice and also fairness, and therefore I believe everybody has the right to be treated equal. Women and men, black, white, brown, crimson, purple, doesn't matter. We're all human, and that should be the only thing that matters. And why the government insists on going on after such a small population of people, I'll never understand. And don't come at me about Christian bullshit, because that book was written by men. Jesus or God didn't write that. That was written after, and that was written by men. And I just don't believe in a God who would persecute people he made in his own image. You can't believe both. And you also can't believe that you have the right to demonize people in God's name. So, anyway, Misty, shut up about this. Me, I want to stay uninformed. Also me. This stupid Supreme Court. Ugh. We need term limits for judges. I think 10 years. I think when we find out that they've perjured themselves on the stand, they should be removed from the bench. I mean, sorry, me over here just wanting, you know, basic human decency. Okay, this is looking so much better. Okay, we just needed a little bit of a U-turn. So yeah, anyway, I haven't been doing much as far as filming. I've just been trying to be still. I've been so bored, but I did color an entire color book. Strawberry Shortcake coloring book. I had scanned all of the pages and colored all of them in Procreate. Then I moved on to Care Bears. So my inner child has been leading the way. So I've been interested in bullet journaling because I have so many things that I want to track as far as like my health and my mental health. And my therapist wants me to journal. And I was just like, I can't. Like, I hate writing. That's why I don't have a blog. And that's why I rarely send a newsletter. It's because I really do hate writing. I hate it, especially now. I'm on the highest dose of nerve pain medicine, and the main side effects are memory loss and word recall. Let me tell you. I have both of those. Okay, let's move on to the bronzing drops from Morphe. Just went viral. These are in Bronze Bombshell. This will be our liquid bronzer today. This may be a really dark bronzer from REM? REM? Which one do we say? I have no idea. It may be too dark, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to use this side of my sponge. These are a little orange. I do like, so I'm Native American, so while we don't actually have red skin, we do have some red undertones when it comes to what we look like when we're darker. Now, clearly I am white presenting. I am a quarter Native American, And it's funny because my mom and her brother are the only, one of her brothers, the kids are white on one side and dark on the other side. And my uncle and my mom was darker than my uncle. It's so funny how that worked out. Genes, they're crazy. Genes. And not Sydney's, oh, let me not talk about them. Let me not talk about shit like that. It's gonna make me mad. Now I'm trying to blend this onto this bald head. I don't want it to look like I have a line. I don't know if I can prevent it. It's just what's gonna have to happen. I need to follow, what's her name, Bald Chick? She's a model. She's got alopecia. I used to watch her. Listen, I rarely get on Instagram. Like, I rarely get on social media, period, other than YouTube. YouTube is basically my TV. I've been doing a lot of rereading, but I lost my streak. So Kindle keeps up with how many weeks in a row you've read and then how many days in a row you've read. I was probably like at 700 weeks and I lost that from being in the hospital. Because I didn't start reading again until probably the 3rd week after, because it was just, I feel like I have a patch right there. I just couldn't, like, the pain was just out of bounds. And I mean, I couldn't even set up until I had my staples out. That's one thing that happened. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some gory stuff. One of the things that I had an issue with was getting up. They wanted me up like day 2. And that was one of the things that I bitched my doctors out for. Because I was like, how dare you make me try to get up on day 2 when you know, number one, I haven't had an anti-inflammatory in months or weeks at this point. Hadn't had a RA infusion in months. I'm in an RA flare. I didn't even walk. Like, I walked into the hospital and then immediately had to get into a wheelchair. So I didn't even walk into the pre-op. Like, I had to be wheeled. So it was like, I was so mad because it's like they treated me like anybody else when I'm not like anybody else. And I was mad at myself because I feel like I was so prepared. And then I wasn't prepared for that. I don't know what color this is. Let's see. Let's see if it says on the dragon fruit drip. I like it because it's bright and vibrant. We're going to be very bright and vibrant today. From what I've seen, this is very sheer. So we'll see. Like, it's sheer, and then it'll be like the Nessa Myrick's where, oh yeah, that blended out like almost gone a little bit. The big mirror there. I need a new one. That was gifted to me like 16 years ago. It's worked. It's from Conair, but the light is going out. Conair? Is that right? When I say that, I think of the Nicolas Cage. The Nicolas Cage movie. Oh, Lord. So anyway, let's talk about Roxy. A lot of you guys know Roxy. She's our kitty catos. Not gatos, catos with the C. Rob brought her to rehab. The rehab was basically like in a nursing home. And he brought her, and of course she was not thrilled. I'm not loving this. Like, I have to keep building it up. Where's a brush? Try brush. Oh yeah, okay. The sponge must have just been soaking it up a bit. I think it did pull up some of the foundation underneath. But that was probably me. That's pretty. So he brought her to visit, and that was a complete waste of time. Like, she wanted nothing to do with me. But since being home, she has decided that she's now a lap cat, which is not something she ever did before, ever. So I have pictures. If I remember, I'll insert them. Like starting like day 2 being home, she got on me and she would sleep on me because I was in not a wheelchair, a recliner for probably, I mean, I still sit in it because my neck muscles are very, very weak, and I have, like, I'm about to die sitting here. But part of me is like, maybe I should go take a break, go sit down and get my neck brace, which I haven't had to wear. But anyway, yeah, holding my head up, and I'm not really, I'm kind of going like this, is hard. So I haven't started sitting on the couch again. I've been sitting in my recliner. And she will get on me and she will want to sleep on me, and she wants me to sit in that chair for like 6 hours and be her cat bed. And I'm like, cat, Mama can't really do this for you. I'm gonna go over this a little bit with I put way too much on this left side because of using the brush. Look how hydrated my under eyes look. Oh, I love that so much. This may be the worst makeup look ever. I don't know. You guys will have to I'm sure you guys will tell me in the comments whether it looks bad or good. Listen, it's the first time I've actually done a full face. Like before, I wasn't able to get it done, so it's been a hot minute since I've worn some makeup. All right, let's bring out the powder bronzer. This is the REM powder bronzer in Blaze. This is probably going to be like 9 shades too dark. I can kind of already tell that. My left stroke just went viral. I think I can make it work. We need a big fluffy brush, though. We don't need no. We don't need a little targeted brush. We need kind of like a big fluffy brush to diffuse this. We don't want targeted bronzer, or we will be dark. You're like, Misty, that is wild. I know. Hold on, I'm gonna blend it out. Hold on, we're gonna blend it out. And I'm trying to make my forehead look smaller because I am basically all forehead. I have powder that we'll use at the end that'll make it all come together. Speaking of, I am so interested in that new spray from Patrick Starr, that powder melt spray. Like, I'm very interested in that. All right, let's try a blush from the Wednesday palette by NYX. I don't know if these are the butter melts or not. So you got 1, 2, 3, and then 4. This second one is like a duochrome. So we got the pink, the kind of shimmery one, and then we have a purple. Now I will probably never ever use the purple, I'm guessing, because especially that color purple, I just look like I'm bruised. And that's just not it. That's not a good look, y'all. All right, do I have a blush brush that is clean? Maybe this one. I'm gonna go with that first pink. I kind of went in the wrong direction if I wanted to use that Rapunzel blush, but or highlighter. That's okay. It is one of those kind of goldy pink, and I'm definitely more a cool tone girly today. Let's try a little bit of this highlighter. That placement though, Misty, what were you doing? I mean, it catches the light. It looks like a sparkly mess. Yeah, no, it's a no for me on that highlighter. That's the problem. I'm like, is it like glittery, sparkly? I should have realized that. Of course, there are no product photos up close, so shoot, what am I gonna do? This looks awful. You know what? We are just gonna use that Rapunzel one and call it a day. I have the one from Twilight, but this is awful. Skin of a Killer. This is not any better than that one. Like, I love Super Shock highlighters, but this one is just, you can't even see it. Skin of a Killer palette. And the only reason why I got that is because I needed something that was $5 so I could get same-day delivery. So this is the Rapunzel highlighter. Like, listen, it can't be any worse, right? What do you think of the blush trend where everybody pulls it underneath their eyes? And the pink under eye. What do you think of that? I really don't care either way. I don't think it's for me though. This makeup look. I feel like I want to take it all off. It looks like shit. Am I going to add anything to my under eye? No, I don't think so. Let's try this powder from Morphe. This is their Cloud Light finishing powder. They don't have a highlighter, which I thought was kind of weird. Surely they're going to come out with one at some point in their lives. But this is supposed to be real pretty, give a really nice kind of subtle glow to the skin. Feels that way, like I didn't feel like it. I mean, there's a little bit of a sheen to it, but not a lot. So okay. I think all I have left is lip to try. Oh, Morphe setting spray. So I just bought a small one of this. What is that? Is that Aquanet? What is that scent? I mean, it doesn't smell bad. Bitch is glowy. Beach is glowy. Let me put some eyelashes, mascara. Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know that I have the strength to put on lashes today though. So this is just gonna have to do. My battery is gonna die. Let's move on to lips. We will call this disaster of a look. Done. I'm gonna use, that's very, very warm tone. Let's use the Morphe gloss, I think. Let's try the, do I need a lip liner? No. Let's see what this looks like. This is in Skinny Dipped. Whoa. That is milky. It's very scented, like lemon, no, vanilla cupcake. I don't love that. Like Misty, why? Because sometimes it could taste like the buttered popcorn jelly beans or coconut. It's okay for a gloss that doesn't give off any color, even though it is a color. This one from Morphe is glazed. This also looks pretty warm. listen, we're just gonna go for it. We are gonna go all in. Yeah. This Strawberry Shortcake Lip Kit from Glamlight is the best pink ever. The lipstick is beautiful. The gloss is beautiful. I'm pretty sure it's still available. I've bought from Glamlight since that Friday the 13th palette, and I had an aid. Listen, nothing will humble you more than having to use a diaper. Let me just tell you that. So I had an aide, and she came dressed every day with pretty eyeshadow, pretty makeup. She'd wear lashes every day. And so I was going to give away the Simply Posh, or I was going to sell them actually, the Simply Posh palettes. I just don't like that formula. And then the Friday the 13th palette, and I told Rob, I was like, I have a box of makeup that I'm going to give away. Can we go through it together? And so I brought her a big box of makeup, and the last palette I bought from Glamlight was that Friday the 13th palette, and I gave that to her because she loved wearing neutrals too, so she was a really pretty girl. But anyway, that's it. Hopefully this makes a little bit of sense. So to recap, the foundation, not the right color, but it looks pretty on. Hopefully I don't have any like issues. Concealer, love. The Morphe concealer, I really, really love it. I mean, look how hydrated your under eyes look. Love, love, love. Those patches were fine. I mean, eye patches are good. I like them. You don't have to. It's completely up to you. What else? The bronzing drops, they're bronzing drops. I mean, again, that's the only kind of creamish. No, they had a bronzer stick, but the bronzing drops were a better value. The liquid blush, really pretty. I feel like it needs a brush and not a sponge. The highlighter is a no for me, dog. The no for me, dog. So the liquid brush, fantastic. The powder blush, really pretty on my eyes. The NYX one, really pretty. The bronzer, not the right color, but I feel like it blended out okay. The eyebrow pencil, I love and will continue using. The glosses, I mean, they're glosses. They're all right. Speaking, let me show you this and then we'll go. So the Morphe trios are $20, I think. And while I got a coupon from Morphe, nothing I wanted was eligible for the coupon. So I ended up not using it. Now, I regret this color choice more than you know. But I was trying to be sensible and buy colors that I don't really have in my collection. And this looked a bit more neutral online. I mean, look at that. That looks neutral, right? And it's, I don't know, it's kind of bronzy. But so the Morphe one comes with two creams. So you have a regular cream and then kind of like a glowy cream. And then you get a powder. So this one and the one from Revolution that I'm about to show you are both duping Patrick Star. So those are the three. They're both duping Patrick Star. However, the one from Revolution is better. I will die on that hill. It's a better value, number one. And number two, it's 3 powders instead of that cream to powder. So you get 1 cream, 1 regular powder, and 1 highlighting powder. I have another one over there in a very bright color. But these are like $12. And Revolution is always having a sale. So I think these are a better value. And I like the powder highlighter instead of that kind of creamy highlighter that they have in the Morphe one. So if you had your eye on either one of those, I would 100% go with the Revolution. That's a really good formula. Revolution makes really nice base products. Their eyeshadows are very, very, very hit or miss, but They make really nice foundations. I love their concealers, their blushes, bronzers, highlighters, all of it. No complaints. So yeah, anyway, this is a finished look. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you. If this was all over the place, I completely apologize. TLDR, I'm out of the hospital working on regaining my strength and mobility, and I'm hoping to get back to painting and posting videos on this channel at some point this month. The next video you see from me will be my Ulta haul, where I go through everything that I bought, most of what you just saw me use. And then after that, it'll probably be my Throwback 30 introduction. So yeah, if you're interested in anything I talked about, can I do YouTube shopping on this channel? I'll try to remember to link it below. If I use YouTube shopping, I think that's affiliate links, but I don't know if I have it on this channel. I know I have it on my main channel, the Jolly Fit Elf channel, which is basically useless because there's no stores on YouTube that are for crafting that I can link to. So yeah, anyway, that's it. If you want to send me a card or whatever, my mailing address should be in the description box down below. Please don't feel obligated. It's just if you want to send a card or something. I love getting mail, and trust me, when all of this was in, like when I was in the depths of this, a friend of mine sent me a card every day. I got a card, Rob brought me a card every single day. She sent me flowers, and honestly, that's really what kept me going, was just getting love from her in a card. Like, it's just, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a card maker, but yeah, I love receiving mail. I think we all like receiving mail that's not a bill. It's like, can I get a check for $5,000? Thank you very much. All right, friends, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do love your faces. Leave a comment down below saying hi. I'm not gonna lie, I have not been consuming makeup content. So if you've posted and I haven't commented, I apologize. I just haven't been, and that's just all there is to it. So I'm hoping to get back into that as well. But again, my hyperfixation right now has been bullet journaling. So yeah. Anyway, I hope you have a good day, night, week, and wherever you are. I love your faces. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.